Hey Aries, what's going on? Welcome back for your weekly reading. I'm sorry I didn't get them out yesterday. It was just one heck of a day. You know, we all learn through experiences, and yesterday was one of those days. Something I've been learning about myself is I overgive to everyone and don't give enough time to myself. And you know, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that in some readings when I channeled. It didn't set in until yesterday. It like really hit home because it was like 11:30 at night. And I was in the bathroom crying, just looking for peace away from everybody because there was so many people here. And I started counting. They started praying through me, talking to me through my mouth, and they started counting. I helped 14 people yesterday, all day, from 5 o'clock in the morning until 11:30 at night. It was all day, constant running, constant doing for everybody else. And then they said, "What have you done for yourself?" And I burst into tears. So if you're having experiences like that right now, the 11th through the 13th, the planetary alignments, all of, I'm not going to go into the astrology, but if you are, those are lessons to show you where you've been, like where energy's been leaking, where money's been leaking, where friendships have been, things like that. So don't be discouraged if things like that happen. It's just there to show you where you can change. You have to acknowledge where you are and what the problem is in order to find the solution. If you constantly push the problem away, and this is something I've been learning, if you constantly push the problem away, it just gets bigger unless you address it. It's almost like, putting a name to your emotions, naming how you feel, like what fear is, what, I don't know, they want me to talk about this with you. So when you have fear, like we tend to, it depends on the person. I can't say everybody, but some of us tend to run from the fear, like, ooh, don't go there. That's going to make me cry. That's not a reality. That's just a thought that comes. Push it away, push it away. But if it keeps coming up, if it keeps coming back, if it keeps showing itself to you in your physical environment, that means that you need to acknowledge what the fear is and then cry it out. And something else they want me to mention, crying does not have to be painful. It is painful to cry and release those tears because of the resistance that we have inside of our bodies. If we were, and I've been experiencing this a lot, the more I've, been comfortable allowing myself to let this stuff out, the tears just naturally fall, and I don't feel that like tightening in my chest or in my stomach the way I used to, or the body shakes that I used to. I don't feel any of that anymore. It's just kind of just flows down the face. So I feel like since they wanted me to mention this stuff to you, there's some of you out there that are going through these things. It's totally natural and okay. It is helping to raise your vibration. You are somebody who's so self-aware that you can use an experience and you can deduce from that exactly what the message was for you, what the lesson was, where you need to grow, okay? You are able to do that. There are other people out there who are in that fight energy where if there's a fear, they want to fight, right? They're used to being on the attack mode. That's the other side. We just did the flight. So with the fight, those are the people who really are benefiting from therapy. Like talk therapy, things like that, because they're finally getting messages from somebody else, a third party, where they're just not fully in tune with their spirit. That's just all it is. That's what it is. They're not fully in tune with their spirit, and that's okay. We're all on our own journeys here, but they want you to know how you handle things will be different than how other people handles things. So if you have advice from a bunch of people, you can try all of the things out. Don't limit yourself, but see what fits for you. If it's going to fit, it's going to make your heart feel good. Okay, so just know that this week there's going to be some things that play out for you that are going to show you evidence of where you've been blocked, and not necessarily blocked where somebody else is blocking you. Yes, somebody else may be blocking you, but you haven't been aware of the blockage. This week is going to be a whole week full of awarenesses, and they're telling me it might be a little uncomfortable for you, but this has to be exposed right now this week, because the following week something big is coming for you. A new door has been opened. Something that you've been praying for, trying to manifest, is on its way. Thank you, Molly, for acknowledging that. Let me let my dog in. Just a sec. Oh, my puppy's here too. You want to meet him? Here, Maxie. Hold on. Come here, buddy. Oh, you're getting too big. Oh. Hey. Hey. Say hi. Say hi. This is Max. He just turned 15 weeks. Well, he'll be 15 weeks on Thursday. And then he's got Molly over there who's 100 and something pounds. She can't fit back here. There you go, buddy. All right. I had to show you. I didn't know he snuck in. Actually, I'm going to put him out because he might try to chew on my cords. Hold on just a second. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. It was a little bit of a shake-up. So that was fun. Actually, I'm glad I got to introduce him. I've been wanting to do that. So there he is. Anyway, this week is going to be awarenesses. Why? Why are there going to be awarenesses? There are going to be awarenesses because you have to know what's been in the way. Because if you aren't aware of what's been in the way, thank you for the confirmation. I just had 3 freaking notifications, and it has to do with somebody, like people being in your way, because it just said person on there. So there's something about giving too much to people, giving too much of your time to people, giving too much of your space, too much of resources. There are things they're saying there's a group of you out there who like to help other people. It's natural for you to want to help other people and give to them. But you're in a position right now where giving isn't something that you can really do financially. And so you have learned to compensate with your time. And that has been abused when it comes to you. And it's not about, you can't just blame the other person. You've got to realize you can set a boundary. You can, and this is something to learn, you know, and you maybe you're uncomfortable setting boundaries. You're going to be very comfortable with it because it's something that you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. But they want you to know this week people are going to rear their ugly heads or show their ugly sides. And it's because you need to know the truth about what people think. You need to know the truth about, my hair's cut off. There. You need to know the truth about how people really feel when it comes to you. Because there are people right now that you support and you shower with love, and that is not reciprocated. Like, it's almost like some once in a while they'll say something but they don't really mean it with their words. They're really actually feeling pretty pissed off at you right now. Something to do with finances, but either way it goes, it's almost like maybe there's going to be an argument regarding finances this week. And somebody lets you know exactly how they really feel about something here. And this is for someone specific. And then it's almost like you go, wow. Like, glad I really got to see this, how you really feel. Kind of one of those like, damn, I see how you really feel now. And then all of a sudden, right on the other side of that comes, it's almost like a savior type of energy. Progressive. Look, the email just got says progressive. So this is to progress you forward. There's people now that you are helping that would not help you the same way. There are people now who are helping you, but they are helping you from a place of obligation, not love. They are resentful. I just heard they want you out. I don't know if it's out of their life, out of their space, out of whatever. They want you out. They're tired of the arguing and the bickering. And you feel the same way. That's what they're saying. Like, they don't want you to get upset that this person feels this way, because it seems like you feel that way as well. Like you are wanting out as well. You have your reasons for wanting to leave, and they have their reasons. And this is a relationship, or it could be more than one, up to 3. I just heard that it wasn't meant for you to stay there. It served its purpose. It's time to go. So there's something that you've been manifesting. Let's get to the good stuff. There's something you've been manifesting. That's what's coming, not this week, the week after. That energy. Yeah. It's like the last week of August. Actually, I just heard the beginning of Libra season. Yeah, beginning of Libra season. So that's your time frame. That's when things really pop off. It's like the end of, third week of August is kind of what I'm feeling. They want you to know you have been somebody who's learned, like, had a radical shift when it comes to self-love, self-awareness, self-care. And they want you to know you've been learning so much about yourself. So yeah, these people have done this to you, but what have you learned about yourself? Like, what can you take away from it? Right? I've learned to set boundaries. I've learned that I have bigger dreams than where I'm at right now. I've learned that I'm being stifled. I've learned that I've allowed people to use me in ways that I didn't really want to be used. I realized that, hey, this this circumstance showed me exactly what I don't want, and it's propelled me to take action on what I do want. Like, look for the positive in this and use that as your fuel, because it's important that you change your perspective and leave this cycle with love and not leave it with, like, ugh, one of those. You need to leave this cycle with love. And if anybody else has anything to say and they get loud, mouthy at all, they want you to remain quiet. Do not even respond. Just stare. Just stare. Should I get closer? You want to see my eye? You want to see all my wrinkles? My pores? That's what you need to do. They don't want you engaging. Let them say, because what's going to happen, instead of you having that reactive tit for tat, you not responding, they're going to sit there and they're going to hear their own words coming out of their mouth. And then they're going to have time to process what they said come out of their mouth as you're staring at them. It's something about your words will be less powerful at this time, and your silence is more powerful. So they want you to start, like, pulling back from people around you that aren't going to be going with you into your future. And you know this. This is somebody who's very self-aware, so you'll know if this reading's for you. You want them to go into your the people you want to go in your future. So your close ones, maybe if you have children or anybody close to you that is, like, super close. But there's something about, you're going to find out this week, it's like the very last bit of people in your life that need to go. They just need to go. They want you to pray for protection over your auric field at this time. Okay. Let's get into the tarot. There's the new beginning. I told you. They want you, this is what it is. Right now, it's sit back, observe, keep the peace for you, not because what you're seeing isn't wrong. Can I help you? Oh, don't let him in. Okay, thank you. Did he slip in? Hold on, let me get Max out again, guys. See, I got interrupted. I don't even know I don't know what I was saying now. I hate when that happens. Here it is. The universe, you've been having a slow dance with the universe. And it feels like you haven't even realized that you've been manifesting this entire time just because you've been focused on the universe. You have a new beginning coming your way, the solid offer, a very solid offer. And this is Pentacles, so this is earthly bound. This is something physical and tangible. Whatever the offer is, it kind of feels like, I just heard handout. I'm channeling. I see the work you've been doing. I'm proud of your growth. Here's a little something to help you out. I will be in contact soon. There's some type of message like that coming in for someone watching this, because I just got that. Okay. Yeah, look at this. So I have this deck here. And I went to grab this deck, and these other cards fell out. Universal Mind fell out. Look at this. You're about to receive the solution to your problem or concern. There's your solution. Something about you're getting out of a location, a situation, and you deserve this. And they want you to accept this with open arms, happily jumping up and down with joy and glee and exuberance and jubilee. I don't know, all the good Philly words. They want you to do that because this is something where it's almost like the last bit where you're like, oh, I can't shit anymore. And then boom. Hello, offer from the universe. Hello. You're going to receive the solution to your problem right there. So that is coming. So this week is just going to show you, okay, oh, you got to go. Ooh, little pesky booger, you got to go. A little pesky circumstance, you got to go. I'm going to flick you. I'm going to flick you, right? And then flick you. No, don't do that. Just don't do it to them, okay? Don't give them that pleasure. Don't give anybody that pleasure. And remember, quiet. When somebody this week, and it's going to happen, when somebody this week has an outburst, my left eye just started twitching. Somebody this week has an outburst. They want you to stay quiet. And there's something about you, your silence is like, it makes them realize after they have the outburst. Have you ever done that where you say something and then you're like, oh crap, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. It's something like that. Somebody's going to do that to you. So even though it's being done to you, it's nothing about you. They need you to know that. It's nothing about you. It speaks volumes about this person. And they need to hear that come out of their mouth in order for them to be able to shift. And it's also for you to know the truth about how somebody really feels about you. It's an awareness. So don't even be concerned about anything else. Okay? That's what's happening. Yeah. I just heard somebody say, I'm coming at you with razor blades and lemon juice. And that's why. Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who's upset that you are getting a new beginning and they're losing. They're codependent. Or this could be something, because they did say something, maybe you're codependent on somebody right now. And somebody is going to have some harsh words with you. So it can be twofold for different stories, different, this is a general reading. But this could be for somebody else upset with you because you received something that they didn't. You got the Ace of Pentacles, they got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So they're losing money, they're leaking money, and you receive the offer, and then they come and they just let your ass have it. Yeah. That's it. Actually, it's twofold. They did bring me back to the one where someone here watching this is dependent on someone else right now. And it really sucks to say this, but I have to say it. It's a family member. And they want you to know they've been stewing for quite some time. So when you receive this, whoever this is, somebody dependent on a parent or something. But when you receive, they've been stewing on this. And just let you know, like, this is somebody who plays over conversations in their mind because the law of attraction gets a hold of them and it's the negative stuff over and over and over. And then all of a sudden something is said, maybe on your part, and it triggers something in this family member. And they just turn around and unleash their wrath. And you can stand there and they want you to just stand there and stare at them. You can stand there and cry and look at them, but they don't want you saying a word to this person. This person doesn't deserve your words. And it was needed for you to see this play out in order to know who you're going to help and who you're not going to help, because this is somebody who's going to be in a position where they need your help. And if they're going to mistreat you, you don't want to just keep offering your help to this person, because this is a succubus energy. This is somebody that'll constantly just keep coming back and coming back. I just heard blackmail too. Something about them trying to take something from you and threaten you with blackmail. It's an old habit. Okay, this is an old habit that they have. They want you to know, stay away from this person with hibernation here, right? Your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. This is, you're being shown this way. I'm sorry to say that, but what comes after it is everything that you want. And what isn't, I love when people do this. I love when people do this. Because when people show you their true colors, and people show you through an experience how they really feel about you, you get to sit back and it hits your heart. Instead of it just being hearsay from someone else's mouth, instead of it being like, oh, so-and-so said, and then you hear it directly from the horse's mouth and it hits your heart, and then it sinks in, the perspective, the shift, the perspective change inside of you. That's when you're like, okay, bye. See ya. So that has to happen in order for this new thing to come in, because there's people that need to leave. Goodbye. Okay? That's what your plan is. That's what's going on. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.